This is my 1987 Harley Heritage two-tone Trike. I built this myself. Alright, I have Demon Cycle front forks on here. 7-degree rake, 9-inch extension. Stock fender, stock wheel, braided brake lines. I have fork mounted highway lights and crash bar mounted fog lights. It's a German windshield. It's actually a two-piece. It can be raised and lowered. 2 Allen bolts, and it's off the bike. There's also the plexiglass hand screens. Again, they just unbolt them, they're off the bike. Heated hand grips, which is very nice in the winter. See, the mileage is not true. This is a replacement speedometer. It's probably all total about 50,000 miles. I am not saying that this is how many miles are on the bike. This is an 87 after all. You'll see that I also put a strip of LEDs all along the underside of the bike for added visibility. Looks really sharp at night. See the derby cover, the clutch cover, the access cover are all live to ride. Well, they're really nice. The rear wheels are Riddler aluminum, polished aluminum, light, very strong. Brand new. The fenders are all steel. I actually got the fenders and this seat from Tractor Supply. This is actually a tractor seat. It's meant for all weather, hard endurance. My girlfriend loves it. Right? It's well padded. The seat, to remove it, you have to remove the rider's seat to slip it off. So there's no chance of anybody ever grabbing that bar for the seat adjustment and falling off the back of the bike. As you can see, the armrest folds up and down. The seat no longer folds down because the vibrations were driving me nuts. I live by Newark, and that's why you hear all the airplanes. The whole rear is held on by 8 grade 8 bolts. You remove the 8 bolts, unplug the jack, and this whole fender assembly will be removed. Also, I added onto the plate, I don't think you can really see them, but there are LED strips along the plate where I also have signal lights installed as well, just for added visibility. Disc brakes, braided brake lines. The rear is by American Classic. It's belt drive, limited slip. I lined the rear up with lasers, which, believe me, is the only way to do it. And this was a bear to get this thing to put back in line if I tried to do it by sight. The rear is the rear gears are by Champion, and I installed that myself. If you see that the handle is a little different, it's because I didn't like the little shorty handle that they had on there. I kept always burning my hand when I went to shift it into reverse. I took it off, I had it remachined, and I put this one on. So I can be able to shift it without having to burn myself. As you can still see, they left the LED lights on. The one thing about this bike that everybody seems to be amazed is that it does not mark its spot. Most people realize that Harleys tend to mark their spot. Because I've stayed on top of the maintenance with this, I've changed the seals as needed, this bike does not leak at all. I mean, you can get up on the highway with this bike and ride at 75 all day long. It is smooth riding. Your passenger will just love this bike because they can sit back, they can relax, the armrests go up and down. You got heated grips for the winter. In fact, I noticed that since I put the rear in there, my fuel mileage for this bike, if we really worry about it, has really gone up. And I get about 45 miles to the gallon with this Trike rear, which just simply blows my mind. It handles really well because I extended the front end and I added the rake. I also put radial tires on the back, right? Now the difference is that the radial tires give you that lift, that slip, the lean, so that when you're cornering with this bike, you almost hardly know that you're on a trike. This thing will whip around corners. I mean, not like a two-wheeler will, but man, this thing does not handle like most trikes that I've ever ridden in my life. Guys, this is my baby. I've put so many hours into this, so much time. I've really taken care of this bike. I am the second owner. I got it from a very close friend of mine. If I didn't have to sell this bike, believe me, this would not be on the market. But if you're interested, give me a call. I'll be glad to get back to you. The paint on the front fender and the tank are original. The rear I did myself. I try to do a good matchup. Kind of off a little bit. Really hard to tell. Nobody else seems to notice it, but I do. I did the root beer on cream match. It's a stock seat, everything's stock on this except for the front end. And I also have all the original parts for the rear, should you really want to make this back into a two-wheeler. I have the fenders, I have the wheels, I got the rim, the swing arm, I have everything. Like I said, this is a sweet, sweet bike. So if you're interested, I'll leave my number, give me a call. I'm not going to be lowballing this. I've got way too much time and money into this bike. If you're not interested in spending it for a trike, we all know what they run, then just please don't bother me. But like I said, this is my baby, and I've loved this bike dearly. Thank you for watching.